It's that time. Welcome to another episode of Little Talks, your weekly dose of marketing news and insights from Littlefield Agency.
You know what we don't do anymore is clap in.
I know. Should we fist bump in? Are we live?
Yeah, I think we are. He says thumbs up.
We're live. We're hot mic'd. Let's do it.
Thanks for the intro, Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda. Live from Littlefield, out in the wild.
Yeah, if you're watching this, if you're not watching it, now's the time to watch because it's probably never been a better setup, I would say. We're in the office space where the agency actually does work. Not in the studio.
And we're at Ben's table.
And
this is everyone's favorite table.
Which we documented last year over multiple
about a year ago.
Social posts and podcasts, yeah.
No, so we decided, whose idea was this? Was this your idea?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. This was Brandon's idea,
Genius.
But hold your geniuses, because when he brought it up, I told him this was actually the original idea for the podcast, was to do it in the space where people would walk by or be talking or doing whatever, and we would be in agency space. So like over our shoulder, we got Jake, we got Rocco in the back corner going on about something.
Yes, you look at
Jake. Yeah.
Jake wants royalty fees.
And
I told him.
And we shot creative side direction versus account service direction.
Switch it up next week?
Well, I'd love to, but and wisely so, Brandon pointed out the account service folks don't want to be on camera.
Well, here's the thing too. We tried to get Chelsea and Julie to come by and maybe give us a high five or something, and they're like, "Oh no, we don't want to."
No, they don't want to be any part of it. They're done with it,
which is crazy. But anyway, so if you're not watching, you're listening, we encourage you to at least just maybe click play real quick. Take a look at our setting. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah,
Lights in front of us. Brandon's doing his thing. We do have Ditch Witch in the house today. We love having them. We've got Scott, McKenna, Emily, and Kristen. I think they're pulling in here shortly. So guys, welcome. We hope it'd be awesome if they walked this way, maybe give them a high five or something.
You never know what'll happen.
That's the crazy thing about being out in the open. So, hey, you'll see here, Roop and I've got some double shot. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
And
this is the unofficial, he don't want me to say sponsor, but I'm going to say unofficial sponsor, but then really what happens?
Which is funny because what happens when you're sponsored is someone pays you to promote their product, and we actually paid them for the coffee this morning.
We paid them, and here's why.
We're not sponsored by
Here's why. It's Wellness Week at Littlefield Agency. Every week, every day, we're doing something. There's ongoing things centered around our physical, spiritual, and mental wellness.
Yeah.
And today coffee is my favorite thing ever.
It's your love language.
It is my love language. And so today it's not my love language. Is walking to the coffee shop in 85-degree humidity, but
it was humid.
It was fun. We had a good time. So we walked to Double Shot Coffee this morning.
We walked at 8 this morning.
Everybody had a cup.
Julie had everyone's orders ready. Double Shot was amazing. We literally walked in. Everything was ready.
That was really good.
What was your nice mistake?
So
we made a rookie mistake.
Julie took coffee orders yesterday so we could be pretty efficient this morning because a lot of us had meetings. We left at 8. A lot of us had meetings at 9, so we had to get back.
Meetings at 9, Ditch Witch is in the house.
So we pre-took orders, and yesterday when I made the order, I just made my regular coffee order, not thinking, hey, I'll be walking in 85-degree humidity. The mistake was I didn't ask for an iced coffee, and neither did you.
And I walk in there to get everyone's coffee, and the amount of iced coffee is there. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah, it may have just been me and you.
And then I'm just sweating because we took a big loop back to the agency because Double Shot was so efficient.
Yeah, got some steps in.
That's sun. Yeah, we did get some steps.
There's also steps competition this week. There's a lot going on as well.
And we teased this last week. The steps competition is part of it. By end of day Thursday, midnight, you have to have 40,000 steps, and you're entered into a drawing to win $100 cash. And that is at our when we're having margaritas at Cafe Olay. They're hosting us on Friday afternoon, and it's a great thing. Unfortunately, Rocco's won the last 2 years, and by the way, won the raffle. It's
even when you try to beat Rocco,
you get in a lottery if you get your. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. But it's true. Here's the thing: it's the luck. Thank you, whoever just booed. I love it.
Booed now.
Yeah. Hey, Chelsea, any thoughts? Was that Julie? I love this.
If you can't hear it, Rocco is being booed. He won the first year we did this, and I think he he's my age, and he was putting younger people to shame in the step competition. I mean, it wasn't even close.
So we have this cool.
Last year, we did it as you just had to hit a minimum number.
Hey, Scott Peavy's in the house.
Look at this.
We're live. Yeah. Great to see you. This is the first time we're doing this out in the open. Yeah, it's a good setup. We'll swing by after and say hi. Always good having him in house.
What you wanted to have happen.
That is perfect. That was.
We're probably never going back.
I was going to say, this is amazing. I'm loving this.
So last year we changed it. So you had to have minimum steps and you're entered into a raffle, which I think is the same rule this year.
Yes.
Last year I was in San Francisco this week, walking everywhere. Just there's no way I couldn't have been at least number 2, and I think I came in 3rd. That's how hardcore Rocco
We're walking one of the hilliest walkable cities.
I literally walked everywhere.
So we have this app called Count It, and it tracks the weekly status. In first place, and by the way, remember you need 40,000 steps by end of day Thursday. Rocco has 53,372 steps as of right now.
No reason for him to continue. He's entered.
He's entered, but he's going to continue. He said he's going for the world record. I don't even know what that is.
Probably 100.
Sarah Kettner's at 47,316. Julie Evans, 38,255. Julie Swab, 34,490.
So 30,000 is about the average for folks that are in it to win it right now. How many steps do I have, Sam?
Hold up, I'm scrolling. Still scrolling. And in 21st place out of 21 people is Steve Roop at 7,001 steps.
Yep. Learned my lesson.
So you don't want the $100.
I'm not going to win the $100. Neither are you. It's going to Rocco again.
Oh, God. I hope not.
Well, it is.
So we have steps challenge all week. Double shot this morning. Yesterday we made bags for Iron Gate. We did 180 bags for their foundation, which is awesome. Yeah, 180. And then Monday was mini massage day, which
mini
is
massage
nice.
day. Yep.
I'm very knotted and I need more massages, she said.
That should expand to like every day in Wellness Week.
I don't know if that's a sales pitch or if I think she's being honest.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
getting tense in my old age. Anyway, what's tomorrow? Do we have anything tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. I don't think we have anything tomorrow, but Friday we have dogs coming. So that's more for your kind of mental well-being. But like I said last
Tomorrow's
week,
yoga day.
Brandon's leading yoga. That's right.
Courtney Roberts are leading yoga.
They're leading yoga, and then we've got dogs on Friday and margaritas Friday afternoon. It's a good week. It's literally everyone's favorite week besides Christmas.
So anyhow, there's a Wellness Week for you.
Yeah,
that's everything.
It's a good thing.
And we'll report back next week and let you know how much money Rocco won.
Oh man, yeah, that would suck. We'll see. Okay, well, should we talk some digital trends?
It's time to do digital trends.
Okay, how about you take topic 1?
Okay, Brandon, insert topic 1 sound here.
Nice. We're getting really good at this.
If I remember it.
Nice job, buddy. Take it away.
Okay, topic 1. Continuing the LinkedIn train, which we've talked about a lot, as this is the year of LinkedIn for me. Wanting to love LinkedIn. Trying to learn to love LinkedIn. LinkedIn has launched a new direct message for company pages, which I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't realize wasn't really a thing there until they pointed out they were launching it. And what this means is on LinkedIn, you can kind of infamously DM people you know, people you don't know directly. And
if you're linked.
If you're linked. And sometimes
or
cold if you want to pay for it. Sure. Yeah. And we talked about this last week about how individuals represent LinkedIn probably better than the company page does. So a lot of that makes sense. It's kind of the culture of LinkedIn as individuals, a little bit more so than companies. Companies are there, but like the individuals at the companies are what people follow, interact with, and do stuff with.
And if you're just hearing that tidbit, it's a good one. If you didn't listen to last week's podcast, go back and listen to it.
Go back and hear that one. But what this does is shifts that a little bit where now company pages operate basically, at least in direct messaging world, the same way that they do on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere else. So you can, as an individual, or maybe as companies, you can interact with a business page to get an answer from the business, not necessarily someone as an individual. It seems like this should have always been there, but how many times?
I just assumed.
Right. LinkedIn is consistently 3 to 5 years behind everyone else and much longer behind everyone else here. So I don't really get why it took so long. But
and they just rolled this out.
They're just rolling this out.
You sure you and I aren't 3 to 5 years behind?
I mean, I don't hope not.
No, we're not.
I think, So
that's the whole point of this podcast.
So it may mean that as a company, whoever's managing your LinkedIn page as a company, and hopefully you have multiple admins. We'll have a whole nother podcast about why you need multiple admins on every one of your social pages. But hopefully you have several. Someone needs to be paying better attention to LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
Because you very well could start getting inbound messaging there definitely for people looking for jobs, because that's kind of the main thing. Definitely from vendors, because it's a vendor world.
It's a vendor's world on there.
But you never know when someone's going to approach you and in what channel for new business or have a question about a product or service that you've already sold them. And you don't want that to kind of hang out and go unanswered. You want to be active in those spaces. So one more for us to watch, LinkedIn DMs on company pages.
And I think it goes back to last week's topic in the sense of brands interacting in that way, paying attention.
Yeah.
That user experience, people are it's an affirmation. It's a brand affirmation. It's a good thing. People want to hear from you. People want to interact with you, whether they're looking for a job, whether they're looking for a product. I mean, we've sold, what's our infamous story? We're selling product, was it on Twitter?
Yeah, again, this is becoming the podcast of Rocco, but yeah, Rocco responded.
Okay,
Rocco
hold that story.
to a tweet for Ditch Witch. And this was a long time ago. It was over a decade ago.
This was before my time.
Early Twitter days. But he responded to a tweet that resulted in a sale, a 6-figure sale of a piece of equipment. So you kind of do never know what we do now. You need to pay attention when people are talking to you as a brand.
Absolutely.
You need to either correct the bad information they may have, give them good information they're asking for, or push them further down the sales cycle. And these are all, the interactivity of social media allows you to do that.
I love that. Hey, quick question is before we talk about topic number 2, you can't see the goldfish right now, right?
No, it's out of frame.
Maybe next week we transition over to the goldfish.
We're way ahead of you, Sammy.
I love it. You guys are way ahead of me. Okay. Brandon, we are entering topic 2. Do your thing. Okay, so this is a consumer topic, but we're going to spin it to B2B. Apple previews its first Vision Pro AR headset and the massive price tag.
Yeah, the whole world surely saw this or heard about it in some form last week.
Everyone knows about this, right? This is its first iteration of its AR glasses, which is essentially a MetaQuest unit minus the VR, okay?
Yeah.
VR being virtual reality, obviously.
They're going a different route with it.
Yeah, and so this is their new, what I'm going to say, quote, era of spatial computing with simplified eye and finger controls to interact. So here's the thing, right? Our take. There are some really interesting use cases, but oh my goodness, this is expensive. Not everyone can afford a $3,500 price tag, not including tax, not including AppleCare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tack on the AppleCare for sure. On something that expensive, you want the AppleCare.
And then, in comparison, you got Quest 3, and that's coming this fall. It's $500. And $500 is $500. But it's a timely conversation because Ditch Witch is here today talking some trade show strategies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this year with ConExpo, we rolled out 2.0 of their metaverse / virtual reality experience. So as you think about, and I want to focus on the AR side, AR being augmented reality, is...
And wait, let's explain the difference real quick.
Please, go ahead.
So VR being virtual reality is when you are
in a virtual world.
Yeah, you're completely immersed and you're only seeing what the unit wants to show you. It's kind of like being inside a movie, right? AR is augmented reality. Augmented reality means you're seeing the real world around you, and pieces of it are augmented with graphics or
product graphics.
Yeah, whatever.
Some sort of experience.
The most infamous AR experience is actually Pokemon Go, which kind of revolutionized, made everyone really think.
Take me back to those days. Those were fun.
So on Pokemon Go, you could be in the park or at home or something, and you pull up the app, and you could see a little Pokemon bouncing around on your sofa or out in your favorite bench in the park or whatever, and you could capture it. And that's augmented. Virtual would be where you're not really seeing your actual world around you; you're seeing a created world. So there's a slight difference in what they both do and what they mean, and I think they both have definitely have different applications. But go ahead, like what did we've talked about this before. We've done VR work with Ditch Witch, and it's great. Is it possible we do AR work? Maybe.
I mean, and I think about it, right? Let's think about product applications. You're in a dealership, and a good example is there's been supply chain issues. Okay,
Yeah.
It's getting better. Yeah. But hey, we don't have this product, but we want to show you right here. We want to show you certain features. Hey, we're out on a job site. We are not in the dealership, and we want to show you this new X product, and walk around here, right? Like let's take a look. Here's some key features. Here's important benefits. Part of it too is, right, look at the technological world we're living in. I mean, it's not just a shiny object these days. There's so many benefits for you as a company, as a brand, dealership level, whatever it may be with your manufacturing setup. But people like to see companies that are technologically advanced. I mean, there's something to it.
It kind of helps give you a reassurance that they're
these guys are
edge, they're paying attention.
Absolutely. Innovation, baby.
They're innovators. Let me just, so anyhow, this Vision Pro, it's $3,500 without the AppleCare. It's only AR, which AR can have some applications. If you had let's use Ditch Witch again, let's say you had a new drill and you wanted someone at a trade show to experience some features or some testimonials or some other benefits for that, you could use AR to let them walk around and look at the actual drill, not a virtual version of it.
Yes.
But as they hit certain components, like maybe the controls or, I don't know, the track system or something, you could pop up inside the goggles a video of someone talking to you about it, some specs on it, like some things that lay over what you're seeing in real life. There's an application there. But man, 3,500 is a lot. This is not made for consumers.
Well,
and a lot of the business world's even wondering now, is it made for us?
So here's what I equate it to, right? Think about when big screen and plasma screen TVs came out. They were pricey. If you walked into a house with a big screen, you're like, wow, these people are, this is impressive.
We can't
right?
give them away now.
But look at it now. You can get a 75-inch Samsung TV for $1,000 or less. Those things used to be $5,000 to $10,000.
Cost a ham sandwich, as Dad used to say.
It costs old Sam Roop. I love it. But here's the thing. What does this is the rollout. This is the beginning. It will get, MetaQuest being $500, MetaQuest 3. It used to be a lot more expensive.
And I would say
It's going to become more seamless. It's just we're on the forefront of this.
I think a few things. I think, again, Apple has taken way too long to come to market with a product that we assumed they would have years and years and years ago. They came to with Apple Watch came out 5 years after everyone else had a watch.
Yeah.
Apple TV came out a long time after streaming services were established in a thing. This came out way after Meta has already established themselves in this world, even though they're different. Meta's VR and this is AR, but the average consumer barely gets the difference.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what they do get, $3,500 versus $400 or $500. They understand that. So I don't know that this is going to be a big success until they can make some adjustments. And imagine you do shell out the money for this and you don't really get the difference. You put it on, you're like, okay, where do I download my games and do all this? That's not part of this.
Yep.
So it's more of a virtual
real
desktop.
world. Exactly. Because and Apple's owning that whole real world standpoint.
I think that this is made for some very specific industries that, are that are not us. That's what I think.
And I read something. Apple I think their target is they expect to sell 900,000 of these its first year. And I'm like, wow, almost a million.
I'll be shocked if they sell 50,000. All to the same Lockheed Martin or something like that.
Do you think, I don't think Rocco would buy this. He's an Apple aficionado, but.
I told him, I used to buy anything Apple.
No, I know you did.
Got in line the first day, everything. And I said, that kind of is cool as I've gotten older and, iPhone comes out every year and all that. But this would have been the one that broke me. I'm like, I don't get it.
That's crazy.
I don't see for the price, I don't see it.
So.
I'd pay $500 for it.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
So go buy a MetaQuest 3. Actually, I think, do we have we have two.
We have
here
two.
At the agency.
Yeah, I have a 2 at home, yeah.
Okay, so you spurred a thought. Pokemon Go, great example. I have a good story for this. Back at I worked at a global agency in San Diego. You know this, obviously.
Do you want a name drop or no?
And it's called Mirum.
Mirum.
It's not as prominent as it used to be, probably because I left. Just kidding. But anyway, so Pokemon Go was all the rave. Like everyone was addicted. Well, there's this one guy, I won't name his name, that went out for lunch to go play some Pokemon Go, grab a bite to eat, come back, right? And how long's the lunch hour? 1 hour. And he didn't show up for a while, and people kind of got worried. And he was notorious for he would enjoy. He would sometimes hotbox his car during lunch. And anywho, someone called him and was like, "Hey, dude, like, is everything okay? Like, it's been 2.5 hours." And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm like 3 miles away from the agency. I was chasing a Charizard."
He was so immersed in the AR world of Pokemon Go that he just walked and lost.
Dude, I think I cried. I laughed. And he was just, if he walked in right now, he'd be like, I can see it. Good dude.
You know what? That's what we should do for Wellness Week next year, because Rocco's got no shot at that.
Yeah, Pokemon.
How many Pokemons can you chase down?
That's
you walk in and doing
good.
Right?
Yeah. Just ask that no one hotboxes their car.
You want to drive there. You want to walk.
So anyway, fun story on that, but it's a good point. And yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the end of our topics.
Those are our topics.
Script says bye-bye now.
It says bye-bye now. I'd like to close with, this is an amazing setup. I really like it. I like hearing the banter. CK and Tom are doing their things. I mean, it's just, hey, T-Dog, what's going on, buddy?
Thumbs up from T-Dog.
Thumbs up. And see, that's why I like to see CK's doing, I'd like to go that angle. And also we can see if Chelsea is actually working.
She's not. I can see her right here. She's not.
Hey, Chelsea, what are you doing back there? I am paying attention.
She's not paying attention or working.
I think she's playing Pokemon Go. Okay, awesome. Well, next week, I don't know if we're going to be out here. I hope we are. I will lead.
We have a whole summer of surprises for the podcast.
And for Sammy.
I
have no idea. I just show up and drink coffee and have a good time.
Hot coffee.
God, I wish it was ice. Double shot. Thank you. That was great. It was a real treat. I think you already posted to.
It's on TikTok, and you'll see our walk and some adventures on social channels today. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, amigo. Always a pleasure. Brandon, thank you.
Thanks, Brandon.
We'll catch you next week.
Brenda, play us out.
Thanks, Brenda.
Adios.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've enjoyed our little chat and heard something to help grow your own marketing strategies. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.